Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Cappies? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I'm here with a little bit of a stack of oracles. We're going to look at these first, and then we're going to get the overall feels for next week. And then we are going to look at some tarot. We'll get the details for you, what's coming up in the week ahead. It's for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to find the extended. I'm also going to talk about a new sale that I have. So, a sale now on pre-recorded readings. I'll tell you the details at the end of this video. Thank you for coming back here, my ride or dies. I appreciate you. And if you're brand new, I hope you will stay. Let's find out what's going on with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on with Cappies. We've got fulfillment of wishes coming up early in the week. Something here that you've been hoping for. We've got hope on the bottom of the deck, which is the star, healing energy. Looks like here you are on the precipice of something that is showing up as a wish fulfillment here. Tell me more about Capricorn. We've got the Badger Spirit. It says, be fearless and bold. Card number 4, something about something that is going to give you stability. You'll feel stable. Fearless and bold. I'm going to say the universe has got you. So if this week, in the middle of the week, something comes up that requires you to be fearless and bold, like the little badger, they're pretty vicious for being really small. So I feel like that something you might have to deal with in the middle of the week might call for you to be in your Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold here. One more card for you. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. We've got the sea. It says ocean, waves, and seaside. So maybe something very emotional at the end of the week, something that has been hiding in the depths, possibly. But card number 4 is stability, maybe stability in emotions. Let's take a look here. See what else we've got on the bottom of the deck. Oh yes, we have hope, right? We have hope, which is healing. Card 17 is the star, which comes after the tower. So it tells me that there might be something coming up that might rock your world a little bit. We've got wisdom and hope that come up together, and the third eye chakra. So I feel like whatever is shifting for you is something that will quickly be corrected. So if you're worried about any sorts of shifts that you're not ready for, there could be one that's coming up in your week, but I feel like it is something that you quickly bounces back, I'm going to say. Crow Spirit says co-create with Spirit. It's card number 17. Look at that. We have 2 cards that are card number 17 here. So you might be seeing 1717 or 1s or 7s, but we do have synchronicities happening here. The Crow Spirit, crows watch from above, right? And are quite spiritual, actually, and quite smart. They're quite very smart. Co-create with Spirit. So it looks like I want to say that someone's got the bird's eye view on you. Somebody is watching you here. We've got the post office. It says mail delivery, written correspondence, package, and tracking. So there could be something that possibly is going to show up for you here in terms of a letter, like some letter mail or a package, maybe something that's been lost. Bottom of the deck here, we have hospital and we have grasslands. It says medical care, treatment center. Grasslands say open expanse, grazing grounds, and sunlit grass. Sunlit grass, yeah. And so it feels like something is wide open, I'm going to say. Medical care and treatment center. Something is wide open that is going to be good for your health. Maybe you've decided that you're going away, possibly, or get out into nature. But the post office definitely does tell me that something is on its way. It doesn't have to be through the post, understand? This is just a mode of transportation that brings you something. A message, a written correspondence, a package, a delivery of something. Let's find out what's going on in the tarot. Tell me about Capricorn. In the week ahead, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. What is going to fulfill the wishes of Capricorn in the beginning of the week? It feels like there is going to be something to celebrate. people will be celebrating you, Capricorn, or you will be excited about something. We've got the Six of Wands. It's a lot of attention, right? It's also the spark of something that is exciting. The Six of Wands is mostly about coming back from the fight or the war, some really hard cycle that you've been in. But I feel like you'll be stepping across some sort of finish line. Somebody's coming back home, or something's coming back round that is going to make you feel really good here. We've got fearless and bold, like the little badger spirit here. Card number 4. Tell me about the badger spirit. We've got the Four of Swords. Well, interesting, because we've got a 4 and then we've got the Four of Swords. It feels like something in the middle of your week is coming into balance, something that you're going to understand or see clearly. The Four of Swords is about clarity and stability, right? Stability is our force, clarity of the mind. You're going to feel in better health. I don't know if you've been feeling under the weather. Maybe you've got a cold. Maybe you've not been, maybe creaks and, as you get older, maybe there's, something going on that you haven't been feeling great. I feel like in the middle of the week, you do feel great. It feels like you feel fearless and bold, in fact, and that we've got the Four of Swords here, which tells me that you've definitely got clarity of the mind. Tell me about what does that say? It says the sea. I thought it said file. It says the sea, ocean waves, seashore. Oh, maybe it's peace as well. I was just remembering as a kid when I would go to the lake and I would go under the water, and I did it a lot because I loved the silence under the water. Did you ever do that? It feels like it could be very peaceful there as well. Tell me about the sea. Something deep. Oh. We've got the Fool. Interesting. Could be the beginning of something that is very deeply emotional as well. Let's find out what else is going on here. The Six of Wands. Tell me about Capricorn. Things are falling all over the place. Okay. We've got the Empress. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, interesting. I feel like you're going to have a reason to celebrate here, Capricorn. It feels like something that was pentacle related. I'm going to say something that I think we're talking about, like a friendship, or we had built along a stable foundation. It feels like the Three of Pentacles is like we aren't friends anymore. It's like crossing a threshold is what it feels like with the Two of Cups here, because the Empress is here. It feels like crossing some sort of emotional threshold. So it feels like at the beginning of the week, you are going to be deepening a connection with someone that you really care about, whether it's platonic or romantic relationship. If it is a romantic relationship, I feel like this is someone that you know, someone that has been part of your friend group, or someone that you've been a friend of. Friendship is crossing over into love, and that's not going to be for everyone, of course, but it does feel like somebody here is seeing your worth. I also feel like you feel like this is a very abundant, stable connection. The Six of Wands is here. I feel like it's very exciting. It feels like the friend group. I'm thinking of the show Friends, and it feels like two people within a friend group are going to start dating, and everyone else is going to be pretty excited about that, because maybe they thought you were like a perfect couple or a perfect match. So, or your besties are going to be super excited for you. But the Empress is here. I feel, I'm going to say to you, Capricorn, that I feel like it's taken you a long while to get to this place where you actually trust yourself, that you see your own worth, or you feel your own worth. And I'm not saying that you felt worthless. What I'm saying is that when it takes some time to get to the Empress energy, and the reason it takes time to get there, Capricorn, is because it's a lot of work on the self, and not everybody's willing to do it. Please understand that if you are at the Empress level, if you're healthy, your finances are good, you've updated your look, you're really taking good care of yourself, you're someone who's got a really stable financial life, if you're someone who's really independent, goes and gets what they want, do whatever it is that you need to do without the approval of anybody else, if you're somebody who's kind and compassionate and loving, and you're not the person who's going to lash out at somebody who is maybe a little less educated than you are in terms of wisdom. I also feel like if you're a person who stands up for yourself and you're very honest and truthful and poignant in the way you speak, and bringing truth to other people. I feel like you are somebody who's done so much incredible hard work on yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back right now, please, because it feels like this is about to pay off. For some of you, this is romantic. For others of you, it's not. But it feels like the wish fulfillment here is that some sort of a foundational friendship that you've built here is now deepening. The connection is deepening, so it's a deeper friendship, or it deepens into something romantic, and I think it's something to celebrate. It feels like the people around you are very excited about that. People around you are celebrating. I feel like because they know that maybe you're a person who's been single for a long time, and that will happen when you get to the Empress energy, because you end up having very different standards for yourself. You're not just looking for a date. You stop dating and you're waiting for the one. And so I feel like this is what's happening. I feel like this wish fulfillment could be that finally you have found the one that you're deepening the connection with. Tell me about the Four of Swords. It says here, be fearless and bold. I think that you are, but I feel like for you, being fearless and bold is being stable. Having a lot of stability in your life is being fearless and bold. At a place where people are just being so random and just putting themselves at risk, unfortunately, I feel like you're the one who's okay to hold back. This is Taurus and Libra energy. Libra demands balance and harmony, and Taurus is the one who's moving really slow and is very steady and is very loyal and a good friend. And so I feel like that you are the person who is not out there doing random stuff, meeting strangers, randomly. I feel like you're a person who is like, I would rather go out and be face to face with my friends, having dinner with their friends and meeting people through people. It feels like with the strength energy here, it feels like you really are in the middle of the week. You're also facing things that I feel are in the mind, I want to say, because the Four of Swords is here. You could be facing something that has scared you about your health. And I'm not telling you to be scared about your health. I'm telling you that if you've been having health challenges, I feel like you feel brave enough to face that coming up this week, in the middle of the week. The Strength card is here, and it does feel like you are a person who does hold your energy back, that you don't just give out your energy to anybody, that you are strong and you are courageous. And you're like, if that means I'm going to stay single until I find somebody who's as fierce and as bold as me, then I will do that. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Chariot. It does feel like here that you are holding back on your passions. I feel like you're waiting for the right person to give all of your energy to. The Chariot does tell me that you're keeping a lot of your feelings and emotions under the surface, but that you are really disciplining yourself. And I don't think that you are a person who is just out there grabbing at whatever you can grab at. I think that you're a person who probably stays home a lot, right? You got Taurus and Libra here, that you're a person who likes your own company, that you hold back, you don't run at things. It feels like what you're learning to do is discipline your Knight of Wands energy, that you are brave and you are passionate and you are bold, but I feel like the discipline comes from the Chariot energy. So you're learning how to discipline yourself in terms of your feminine and masculine energies, and it feels like this 4 is stability and 4 is stability. So I feel like people shouldn't underestimate you, Capricorn, because you are fierce, like the little badger. But I feel like you also are somebody who presents as very much steady and sturdy. And it doesn't mean you don't have fire. It doesn't mean you don't have passion. It doesn't mean you don't go after what you want. It means that you have the discipline and the stability and the trust within the self enough to hold back and to face fears. It can be fearful, right? When you know that you're not out there swiping left and right and jumping on anything that might come by at the bar. I feel like it takes a lot of courage to be able to hold back. And I think that's sort of the energy that you're in right now, because I think that what you're doing is you're waiting for the moment when the right chapter opens up for you. You're at ground zero and you're waiting for someone that's worth taking a leap for. We've got the sea, the ocean, waves, and seaside. You're looking for someone very deep. You're looking for someone who moves passively or slow. You're looking for someone deeply romantic, someone who will wrap around you like a beautiful warm blanket. You're looking for someone deep, someone emotional, I feel. Tell me about the Fool. We've got the Ace of Wands. we've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Hermit. You are looking for someone who's spiritual, someone who can match you in your spirituality. I feel like you are excited and open and ready to be creative and to bloom something that is brand new. You're ready for a new passionate start. But I think that the High Priestess is the place that you are, you look more into your spirituality. The High Priestess and the Hermit are a great pairing, because the High Priestess is somebody who is holding back, who is very much into their own meditation, their own practice. They're very connected to the universe. They're connected to the self. And the Hermit is the same. So I feel like that there is someone that you are going to meet that you'll find a spark with. And it doesn't have to necessarily be in the week ahead, but I feel like this is coming in the future for you. There's a spark with somebody. And I feel like that person might be someone who might present to you as a tiny bit shy. They're not someone who is big and bold, not someone who is bold in their energy, but I feel like they are a perfect pairing for you, because the High Priestess is somebody who's not necessarily sharing all of their stuff out there either. They're not putting themselves out there. They're looking to meet somebody organically, someone spiritual, someone that they can meet who is deep, who can meet them in the depth of the sea, is what it feels like here. We're going to go to the extended, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what we're talking about here, because I think Spirit is ready to co-create with you, because I think you're in the right frame of mind, whether you're the Hermit or the High Priestess. We've got Virgo and Pisces here. Maybe you have some of those placements. You don't have to, of course, but it feels like there is something here. We've got hope and wisdom with the third eye chakra that's opening. You're about to, I feel, get a bird's eye view, a brighter view, because the third eye chakra is open, and you're about to meet someone who sees you in the same way. I do feel that it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of work on your stability. It's taken a lot of discipline in rolling back your passions, and knowing that taking time and finding someone who is has spiritual depth like you do is exactly what the Empress needs. I feel like you could be the Empress whether you're feminine or masculine, and it feels like for some of you, that person may be right under your nose. I'm just going to say, they might be someone who's watching you in a friend group, or if your friends take you into a group where they introduce you to other friends. It feels like somebody here is like, nah, I don't want to be a friend. I don't want to be that person's friend. I want the Two of Cups with them. So I feel like the wish fulfillment and the excitement of that might be something that's showing up at the beginning of the week. We're going to go into the extended, and we are going to look at these three more cards I'm going to put down here. We're going to clarify all of this and then talk about these new energies here. If you are interested in coming into the extension, you can click on the links that are in the pinned comment at the top of the comments of every video that I upload, and you will see there that there is also a new sale on. So I put a sale on the pre-recorded reads, a Halloween sale from the 15th to the 31st. You will get 10% off of any of my pre-recorded readings. There is between 5 and 75% off of any of my live readings, just simply for booking ahead. You'll get one of those discounts. And if you're interested in all of that, please look at the pinned comment. You'll see the link to Hypsee. You can go, I've added some new packages there. In the pre-recorded area, so if you want to take a look at those, you can, and you can look at my pricing there as well. Let's find out what else is going on for Capricorn. We've got, the Three of Cups, nice. We've got the Hierophant, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look, you're about to be very happy. It feels like there is someone that I feel that you're about to come across that may present to you as someone who is quite stoic. But listen, they're very sturdy. They're very loyal. This is someone who I feel you meet in a social group who looks at you as someone who, I don't think that this is a person that you've cultivated friendship with, but maybe a person you've cultivated a stable foundation with, because they might know your friends. Like maybe your friends can vouch for them, is what I'm saying. But it feels like this Wheel of Fortune tells me that something is about to change here, and it's because it is destined. It's time for something to expand. And I feel like this Hierophant energy, it could be somebody who is possibly a Taurus. Like Taurus and Capricorn are perfect couple, like they're a great couple. Well, of course, it all depends on the moon and the rising for both of them, but they are the ones that build material wealth for sure. I feel like some sort of wish fulfillment is coming into play because destiny is here, and we will talk more about that in the extended. We've got the star here too. Look at that. We've got all the heavy hitters here, the chariot, the star, the wheel of fortune, the Hierophant. You've got quite a bit of major arcanas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanas in your reading. There's some changes that are coming up here, and we'll talk all about that. If you're interested in coming into the extended, please look at the top of the pinned comment, and I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. And if this is where we part, then that's cool. I'll be back to see you again. Thanks, Capricorn. Bye-bye.